to the Compliance Kitchen. Today we will take a look at a recent executive order in regards to the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. And then we will take a quick look at Nicaragua. We have additional sanctions there against the country's political actors. So starting with the Nord Stream 2, on August 20th, we got a new executive order. President Biden signed the order on blocking property with respect to certain Russian energy export pipelines. The EO tells us that the step was taken so as to take additional measures with respect to the national emergency declared in the April 2021 EO 14024. This was blocking property with respect to specified harmful foreign activities of the government of the Russian Federation. So in respect to that executive order, we have these additional measures. In a letter to the Speaker of the House and President of the Senate, the US President explained that this new executive order responds to certain Russian energy pipeline projects intended to expand Russia's influence over Europe's energy resources that would ultimately weaken energy security, including that of Ukraine and Eastern Flank NATO and EU countries, and as such threatens the national security, foreign policy, and economy of the United States. The order blocks the property and interests in property of foreign persons that are identified by the Secretary of State in consultation with the Secretary of the Treasury in a report to the Congress pursuant to the Protecting Europe's Energy Security Act of 2019 for engaging in certain activities or providing certain services to facilitate construction of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline project, among others. So accordingly, the president determined that it was necessary to block the property and interest in property of such persons unless there is a national interest waiver under the PEESA, which is again the Protecting Europe's Energy Security Act. Then State Department issued a release that was related to the EO, explaining that it has submitted a report to Congress, again under the PESA or PISA, listing a Russian vessel and 2 Russians involved in the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. And of course, as a result, now these will be sanctioned under PISA, and the vessel will be identified as blocked property. I do have the State Department's press release for you guys on compliancekitchen.com, as well as the letter to the Speaker of the House and President of the Senate, and of course the executive order. So they're all available for inspection on compliancekitchen.com. But kind of in a nutshell, the prohibitions in the EO again will include the making of any contribution or provision of funds, goods, or services by, to, or for the benefit of any person whose property or interests in property are blocked under this executive order, and also prohibition on the receipt of any contribution or provision of funds, goods, or services from any such person. Now, related to this action, we have OFAC, Russia-related General License 1A, and also FAQ 921, and an update to FAQ 894. And also, I suggest that you take a look at Frequently Asked Question 919 and 920. These are related to non-proliferation designation updates. And of course, I have a link for you to reach the OFAC database for identifying information on the persons and companies that are sanctioned under this action. Now, moving on to Nicaragua. So this is August 20th. the State Department issued a notice. They were taking steps to impose visa restrictions on 19 Nicaraguan election officials and political party officials who have enabled the Ortega Murillo government's attack on democracy. The release tells us that Nicaraguan President Daniel Ortega and his wife, VP Rosario Murillo, have intimidated anyone opposed to their efforts to entrench their power in Nicaragua, including through the arrests of dozens of political candidates, journalists, students, and business leaders, NGO workers, and human rights advocates, and also through the disqualification of any candidate seeking to run against them in the upcoming November 7 elections. So the Ortega Murillo anti-democratic campaign included the August 6th disqualification by the Supreme Electoral Council of the last remaining genuine opposition party, based upon a request made by the Constitutionalist Liberal Party, or PLC. As a result, the State Department has moved on to what is a third action against Nicaraguan government actors. This is following the July 12th and August 5th steps, where the U.S. government imposed visa restrictions on 150 Nicaraguan judges, prosecutors, and family members of those officials under a visa restriction policy that applies to the listed persons and their immediate family members believed to be responsible for or complicit in undermining democracy and human rights abuses in Nicaragua. I do have a post on Compliance Kitchen from July 12th on this action, and of course also the notice for the August 20th State Department press release.